We die, oh.
We play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you thought you get the comment like Saki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, by a fake impression. They get it drop and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's about the scene asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can't wake up. Now all the funny things they make all do back give up. But who think on the budget?
Like they see me and I think of CPP document.
The hustle sending like Dillon and young people property. But Uncle Prince and Jerry praying for back out the rapid. The country fire on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bwaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bwaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the cheers of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bwaka are destroyed, but we are builders, A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with the spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better home then for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get a type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What would the board do for him? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
He had me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No heat, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact. The Senate got a trap for Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their funding and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Badia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Boyka, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2% to sign. our Bani, Jim Bani. But when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with money.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of Omer, then he wants to persecute us. He does going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partners and go look for lawyer. It was from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I've never seen them why you did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. And Baka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move.
President Baka 2025 budget will determine the clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on some of these crowds. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the overpower bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the road from Cassidy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the pipeline. That's true. But it was blocked in the pipeline. The President Baka's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we will take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting them will join inside and go stand.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves as a country and people.
When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bwaka because of his title. Make it comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? He got a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB, I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, tenant position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
Thank you to all of our mothers and sisters who are there in the ring to be here today, so the voices can be heard. We stand here to say we are fed up with the disrespect and brutality against women and children. We are going to raise our voices against the rape against our children. There are hundreds of rape cases that are sitting at the ministerial agenda and none are being resolved. And the corporate are working scot-free simply because of government connections. Our sisters are sexually harassed at ministry and agency. But today we have gathered to say enough is enough. Our mothers who are in the market today are facing serious economic constraints simply because we have a U.S. rate for 100 per dollar. So today, Mr. Walker, the women of the Republic elected you, and the women of the Republic have come to tell you we can bring you down. If you cannot lead us, you must leave. And we mean what we say. If you cannot lead us, you must leave. Enough is enough. Thank you to all of the serving special women of Garaya. We commend you for your hard work, and we say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much.
Give it honorable attention, please.
Hey, people struggle. Whoa. Joseph Boakai, whoa. Boo, Joseph Boakai, woo. Boo, Joseph Boakai, woo. Thank you very much. You want to put a hands together for yourself, please? Thank you. We want to say thank you very much for showing up to the young people across the 17 electoral district of Massachusetts County. We want to speak to you, to our young women and girls. One man who happens to be the Minister of Internal Affairs, he raped a lady. Today he's still the Minister of Internal Affairs. Process humanly has not been investigated. Joseph Boakai came here. He lied to us that you'll get multitude of jobs. Young people graduating from University of Liberia, other universities, no job. No program for young people. We want to say to you, we are happy today that we have come here. But we have come here, like the chairman said, to present a petition to Joseph Boakai. If Joseph Boakai does not show up, we will not present our petition to anybody. And we are emphatic about it. And we want to say to you, the young people of the Youth League, congratulations on your courageous spirit. Today, put your hands together for yourself, young people. They said to you that you are not going to challenge the ring. They keep here the power of water channel all over the place. But where are they now? The goal. We challenge Robert Paul. You have killed enough people. You can't young people in the job. But we challenge you and we shoot up all here. You are killing the consequences. And we shoot up all here. We follow you. We are here to challenge you. So if this country is making money to come here, this country is making money to come here. And we say for you, we will stay here, we will be around. Put your hands together for yourself. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to say thank you for who are here, who came out today. I want to say thank you to our motorcyclists, to our motorcyclists. I want to say thank you. Thank you that you stood with us
You defeated all of the lies. And let me say this to you, Mr. President. We promise that until you receive our petition, we will not present our petition to any criminal. We are aware that Richard Wu is a role, and we will not present our petition to him. To you, Mr. President, your people collected our 14 million for 4 million people. That is the highest ever I have ever seen in my entire life. We promise to provide job for our brothers like this. We took away the only piece of rendezvous. We beat them, we killed them. We have arrested our kids and people of Sunday. We are fighting and several police stations through the campus. We are here to challenge you. The best rule enough is enough. We are going to say enough. We are going to say Amanda. Thank you so much. We are pleased that tens of thousands of Liberian citizens have peacefully withdrawn on the grounds and the premises of the capital. We are here to submit a petition statement to tell Joseph Boakai no is enough. I am not the petitioner. I have only been called upon to introduce a program. So, and now the essence of this program. We are proud of you. We are happy for you. We expect today that Mr. Joseph Yima Boakai, President Joseph Yima Boakai will come here and receive this petition from his country. Thank you. We know. Hello. We know Mr. Boakai suffers chronic physical and mental incapacitation problem. We know that. So if he will not come, we will understand. But then he must at least send his vice president to come here. He must at least send his vice president to come here and receive the petition. We are peaceful. We simply want to submit to him our set of grievances and make demands that are reasonable. Hello? If President Boakai or his vice president will not come here, we just received information that they are sending Richard Wu to come here and receive petition. Listen. Hello. Thank you. Now. So therefore, we are saying the tens of thousands of Liberians representing the over 6 million citizens of this country are saying we will never submit a petition to a rebel speaker. Hello, Richard Wu, a man with the support of Joseph Boakai that attacked the legitimacy and the authority of the Supreme Court will not be recognized as Speaker of this country. Therefore, Richard Wu lacks legitimacy to be Speaker. is an alleged criminal and must be prosecuted for bribery and for corruption. Hello? What's that said? The petition will still be alive. The program will still go ahead. Someone said, if President Bourne does not show up here today or send a respected member of his office to receive our petition, we promise at the end of this program, we, the people of this country, you will come back to the street in the future. And when we come back,
Okay, so let me say also to all of you, wherever you are, it's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here, beaming with life and that of good health, and no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. So we appreciate all of you, Jeremiah Talley, the rest of the other folks, offline students. And let me just try to begin and with the roll call as fast as possible as we move on quickly. And Matilda, the first to be in class today. Matilda Stevens, so she comes on at 8:01, right? So no one was able to hear at 8 on the dot, right? And so Matilda Stevens comes on at 8:01, and alongside Julie Z. Kennedy, Mwawata Ability, and Matilda comes in to ask for class students to share. We have Henry T. Joe Jr., and I came in at 8:02, and Vinicius Junior Bar this time came in later, and Boema Kadi, and 8:02, Domzo M. Domzo, same. Sata M. Miller, also 8:02, Samuel Sua. We're Parkinson, we're having breakfast or dinner or wedding. Yeah, okay, whichever way it is, wherever you are. So, and we have Golo Low, and also 8:02, wow, Makime D. Harris, 8:02, Jokulen Ma, 8:02, wow, all of you are ready. Joseph Kwekwe Penel, 8:02. Plenty of students, so all of you decided to come at that time. Jeremiah Flomo Tukpa Labla, similarly. Asata says, "How is baby? Baby is great, and she's so service. She went to church." Ruth Bodwo Bine, and also 8:02. Hey, the 8:02s are too much. Darlington Jordan, Rose. Okay, Rose Boy finally came in 8:03. Then Lena Morris at 8:03. Golo Luo says, "May God continue to protect you." Thank you. Fatu Sherry came in at 8:03 as well. And we have Andrew William, and 8:04 is Royal Always Va. 8:05 we have Frankie and Sako Sunyoung. Then we have Abraham Boga. And Boga and shares that, and with Frankie. Then we have Boema Obento Kadi at the same 8:05, and Kadi. Okay, so we go on to 8:06. Councillor Trokon G. Serayen, right? Serayen, right? And I came on at 8:06 alongside, and Francis Square. We've seen here Darlington Tonge, yeah, 8:06 as well. Mohammed Rogers. We have Emmanuel Jansson. Okay, Yason. All right. The 8:07 is Miles Zawi alongside Barclay Yanku. Then we have Emmanuel Brown. Came in 8:07 as well. Addison, 8:07. Agatha Glasgow, 8:07. Nina Queer, 8:07. Also says Rita Hart, 8:07. And 8:08. Francis Queer, right? Great CDC, Joe Manawia, is that what it says? Yeah. Many Alpha Adam Yempa. Then we have James Lamy and Papi Eskeita. 808. What's up, Papi? How's everything? How's the double row belt? Paris Slobet, and also in Senrix 809. I think we'll soon close it. Roster Patrick Walker 809. Then we come up to ABL Bobo D. ABL Bobo D is there. Then finally, the 810 people. Swari Mustafa, Elijah Samuel, Oscar Ziegben, Ziegben, all right, yeah, okay. And Jogo Keman, we have Gabriel West, Francis Wa, J. God's Help. J. God Help was the last to enter class at regular time, meaning the rest of you are in class, but God said, you let real mommy business so you get a class. Who tell you when I had the wrong thing, but anyway, you are in class. So I would give you a hard time for that statement. If you don't like real mommy, you don't say on the show here. Very good. So thanks to all of you who came to class early. We appreciate all of you, and we thank God so much for everything that's happening in our country. And thanks for your support. Thanks for your prayers you continue to offer. As we are together, we got to muster the courage to keep each other hopes alive for the sake of our country. We can't give up on our country. Going silent means we are going silent on our country. Because one thing about dreams act accordingly. Whenever you get sick, a dream is sick. Whenever you walk, your dream walks. Whenever you sleep, your dream sleeps. So dreams, they act accordingly, according to how you treat them. So that is what it is. So our country heavily depends on us. We know we are in challenging times where lawlessness is even affecting some of the people who were celebrating lawlessness. Is affecting them today. And we are watching and seeing everything that's going on. But with God above all, we believe that we still have people with integrity in this country. That's one thing I know. I equally know that this government came to power to test people whom maybe you had always respected, but you should not be able to respect them. There is just an opportunity given us by God, though it's the hard way. Sometimes these lessons are taught the hard way. So God used this opportunity so that he can unmask, to tell the four face. You know what I call four face? Oh, during Christmas times, you used to see four faces, right? Yeah, four faces. Four faces, they can be the woman baker. You see somebody marks themselves, and then they are passing around in the community. You see that some of them will run away from them the way they do themselves. So that's the fourth phase that we talk about. So they say, well, you get four phase. Four phase, they used to sell it during those days, but we don't see fourth phase being sold nowadays. But during those days, four phase and fourth phases, and they used to sell them. We used to buy them compound three, ways on. Now, ways on, we used to buy fourth phase, and then we go into the camp. Each and every one of us, we want to have our own old man baker passing around. But you needed to look a bit fearful, and you will see children running away, and parents will have to give them money so that you will leave from there, that their children will come outside. So we use the fourth phase because the children will be outside. But the moment you come with your baker something, then the man will come and give you small thing and tell you, say, you go. Then you will now bring that child outside. That's what we used to do. So we're using the old man baker thing. Though it was children kind of thing, it was fun, but we're using it at that time to scare away people, to scare away children. So the moment you scare away a child, the parent will come outside straight and say, who is it? They say, okay, you're your father, you're your tenor, you're going outside. So it was not meant to stay and dance there. No, it was just meant to be collecting money. So you still fear, you go in the other yard, you see the children cry, ah! Then the man will look for a small thing, give it to you, then you go. How we used to collect money. So it was just meant for that. That's the fourth phase we're using at the time. We think with God, all things are possible, you know, we think with God, all things are possible, and we are very happy about everything that's happening. Those days are gone. We can't find those days again, but the kind of technique that we used to But these days, children, you wear that thing, say you can't stay in front of. In fact, baby can be looking at ugly thing and be looking at you like that. You see her laughing. She go, yes, smile. You think you will ever eat money from us because you brought Baker to the yard for baby to cry. Baby will not cry. She will smile. In fact, she will want dance along. So these days, children, I am afraid of those so we're not making money again. But during those days, we used to make the money because those days, children were already afraid. Yeah. In fact, when you tell them, say, policemen coming, you will see them running. They were afraid of police at that time. Sawyer. Yeah. They used to be afraid of army men, policemen. Look at the kind of thing we used to be afraid of. Yeah, okay. Rita said it is being sold in the United States of America. Yeah. You know, you use it to just put fear in people and then we collect our money. Yeah. It may be sold. But this time, since the war was fought, the kind of children and this time, they're not afraid of 4 face. You bring 4 face business, they will smile. I don't know where they take their bravery from. You know, those days we used to be running away from police people. So now you hear somebody say, policeman coming, oh, hey, that's speed. Sawyer man coming, that's speed. But these days, the children were living with guns. For 14 years of civil conflict, they were seeing guns. They were living with guns. They used to carry water to their uncles with guns. They could see children with guns. So this time, they're not afraid of why they were afraid of police, because the top police people were people who were carrying guns. Army people were carrying guns, but the gun now are living with them in the communities. So they could see army men visibly living with them in the communities here and there. So some of those things we're not scared of again. Yeah. So those days were good old days. Actually, I must admit, because we really made use of some of those moments to really eat money at that time, and we ate money. On that job, when they say Christmas coming, the next thing we want to do is to buy that 4 face and keep it the most fearful one. That why you want to keep. You want to keep that one there. Because you will get the most fearful one, and you will collect more money. So we used to get in it like that. But again, those days are gone, and we are in the recent days. The days when bravery is now the order of the day. No fear. We can stand up to anybody, no matter what you bring. We'll smile at danger. Anything that appears fearful, we smile. We're not afraid now. So we are strong. Because during those days, you know, during the course of the war, you used to say commando, brave, strong, intelligent. Commando, brave, strong, intelligent. You know, sometimes when people ready to go for a war during those times, you got to know the password. The password was a coded word that was given to only people. In fact, a password can be changed at any given point in time because enemies can infiltrate at any given point in time. And so those passwords were very essential, and it was just unique to a specific unit and team. It's not a whole NPFL will get the same password, no, but specific unit devoted to a battle. I didn't want you will see them with that password. So now they will tell you, say, monkey, and you will say, apple, you got to respond. So now they will get 3 in row. They will tell you, say, monkey, apple. You need the most recent password because it's possible the enemy can capture somebody from you people, and that person has already given your password to the enemy. And, you know, the war was really, it taught a lot of things. And we know that the enemy will give your password to the people so that when that man is coming, the moment you lay the password straight, because you don't know each other. You may come from different battalions. The battalions are big. The brigade is big. And so you feel all of those platoons and things they used to have, they are big. So the password was used as an identifier, right? It was an identifier. So the passwords were used as identifiers. So they will tell you, say, monkey. Then you say, apple. Go spoon. Then you call different thing. 3 things, so now they will launch about 4 on you. If you're not able to answer the other one, forget it, they will loosen up on you. They will kill you. Because you're not supposed to be like that. Some 40 need that they used to call to, right? You say, well, that Battlefront thing, then there's some password there. So password then we used to hear, and we used to try sometimes. If I tell you some of those passwords, they were very terrible. Sometimes, yeah. I just like to tell you that those, you know, there are things people pass through here. This country, where we are and what we're going through in this country, we have passed places that we had experiences that, yeah, you may want to miss them because the unique nature of them, but equally they were not good because the environment in which it happened, the period in which it happened, the consequential effects that were associated with those kind of environments and happenings, you don't want it. But again, things like calling password here and there, those are things that you really want to enjoy, especially on the battlefield. Yeah, enjoy that. Jamo. Someone will tell you, say, Jamo, but you got to respond another way. But that Jamo, to respond to Jamo, I can't tell you that one. But those are things then that you get. By the way, you know, those are moments. Yeah. So I think, and I joke was the AV 1990, you were a small boy. So who told you all those things? Amen. But Joe, we didn't grow with the war. Yeah, we grew with the war. Yeah. I stopped in the 5th grade in Lac. Yeah, and the war came. We had to leave 1993. Yeah, 1993. We couldn't, and I lived up to it again. We left. Yeah, so I was a small boy anyway, but we're growing with the war, living with people. Harris Cotton Johnson, awesome boss. I know he knows the story. Very good. And Joa Wembo. These are my great people I'm naming here. Yeah, they all know the story. So I think it's quite fantastic. Sometimes you just want to reflect on those moments. Yeah, and it's good. And we get it there. All right, so folks, the Asson case is ongoing, and the events are unfolding there. And I've just thought it wise to just, and I just thought it wise to not just be somewhere around there or say anything about it. And but this is life. The case is ongoing, and the reports that are coming from there, from the newspapers, publications, because there are some things now that are public. So when they say the case is sub judice, there are things that you can't discuss about the case unless it is made public and it's on public, the public notice, and all of those things, those decisions that are made. And this case is hardly political in nature. So it's hardly political in nature. So you will find these kind of discussions ongoing, and the reports that are coming from there, from newspapers and so forth. I think things are not too okay for prosecuting teams so far. A lot of things are happening. And what I was even reading from the newspaper before coming on here, they said even today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. So they were even saying today that, you know, some of the things that are there in relation to the case. But it's good that we can have these kind of discussions after, because the jurors that are down there, they are not listening to radio. They don't have access to their phones. They are locked up somewhere where they are totally sequestered, and they are taken away from the community. They are taken from the word, because there's nothing, whether CNN or whatever it is, they're not following anything. So for the period that they are down there for, so they're not even listening to AB. They're not listening to AB. Maybe the only person who's participant in the case, who will deal with the issue of the law and not a factual issue, who may be listening to me, but because he's sound and knows exactly what it is that he wants to do, or that he thinks the law will mandate that he would do, is the judge presiding. May find time to listen. But the rest of the other people who are the jurors, no, they are totally excluded from the word. They are confined in a specific place. They sleep there, everything there, blah, 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 happening for them. And that's what it is. So I can just tell you that is why it is. And we think with God, all things are possible. Joe Cooper is asking me when last I talked to President George Manneh Weah. President George Manneh Weah is all live and anywhere else. Yeah, he's with you there. I think he should be in Washington, D.C. with you people. And, whenever he travels, sometimes for some other arrangements, they use these occasions to touch bases with people, because he's a huge political figure in this country. There are people who have future interests in this country and is seen as that future. The man who will be able to lead that future. So they may want to, meet with him, have some discussions on the sidelines and so forth. So he may be there with you people. And that's what I can say. But he's there with you people, and he's going through his stuff them that he's going through. So the president is okay. The president is fantastic. He's okay. He's doing well. And we thank God that God is carrying him through, because the entire nation, so far as we speak, depends on him. And someone is even telling me that he's in Florida right now. Yeah. So that's him. That's the president. That's where he lives. We think with God, all things are possible. So he's there. So In relation to that, they are even talking about where there were no forensic issue done in terms of the items that they said that the people use. You know, if you say AB used this item, SYZ, AB touched this pen, and it was this phone that we saw on the scene, and this scene must have been, the phone must have been used by AB. We saw the phone on the crime scene. You got to now tie AB because somebody must be in possession of the phone. So you must be able to do a forensic stuff examination of the phone, fingerprints, and so forth, and say, oh yeah, this thing that we did, it matches AB's fingerprint. AB touched this phone. AB was there. So that's how you place people on the crime scene. Yeah, that's how you place people on the crime scene. Because obviously, each and every one of us, God put something in us that before the crime is committed, the one who intends to commit that crime always thinks about erasing traces. How do you take that person from where they have left from and put them on the crime scene and tell them, say, this is where you were, your fingerprint here, you were on the crime scene? How do you put that person on the crime scene? That's the work of the prosecution. Because they did it. They went missing. We don't know who did it. But you were able to trace it. Through testimonies or investigations, they say, oh yeah, they AB men were talking something about it. So AB must have been one of the guys that were down there. So they will come to talk, yeah, and then you grab AB, you arrested AB. How do you tie AB and bring AB to the crime scene? Just by hearing people say, oh yeah, we know AB was saying this and he was there, but forget about what AB must have said. You have to tie AB to the crime. AB must have sat down somewhere and say, look, I'm thinking about burning a house and a house is burned. Right? How do you just look at that statement and because it was burned and you just wake up and say that AB burned a house? No. You got to now take me and put me to the crime scene. What was used to burn the place? You must first identify whether it is arson. That's one thing. But anyway, we don't want to go in depth into it. But what we are reading there, and what we are reading there from the newspapers and so forth, I think the prosecution got to step up their game to prove something. From what we are reading, I don't say anything else. So I'm just saying, from what we are reading so far, the prosecution need to step up their game. Yeah, if they add to properly, but I don't know why the prosecution, you know, I'm asking too, why is it that they didn't start with the fire service, expert witnesses? Why they didn't start with them so that they can establish the arson first, then the police come in to give what it is. By the way, let's leave that. That's their own strategy. That's the prosecution's own strategy. That's what they are using. So we don't want to go into them. But again, if what we are reading in the newspapers are anything to go bad, then I think the prosecution needs to really step up. Right? And but again, for me, the country is for all of us. And whether you like it or not, you go or you come down, this country is for all of us. And we'll never ever back down. I'm a lawyer. If you want to affect me in my legal field, there's another area that I will still live. I can be representative, I can be senator, I can be anybody in this country, and I will still cripple you. You continue affecting me in the legal field, you continue affecting me in this field, but God does not tie me there. I'm able to survive any other area. But when I survive from there, they know that you who did that thing, I'm coming for you. No, I don't know why you can be taking me for granted in this country. Look, I may be somebody what they call, but they have one thing and pass some kind of way into it. I don't joke with this kind of thing, especially people who deliberately, intentionally decided to, out of greed, hatred, bitterness, decided to get at you. Look, I don't joke with that because God will save me and God will direct me a path. And the reason God sending me to that path is to deal with you. And when God sends me to that path and I come from there, I'm coming for you, it will be too terrible. It will be too bad. I don't have time for you. I will crush you to the extent that you will forever regret. And you know, when God will send me to deal with you, at a time you will never be able to make comeback in your whole life. In your whole life. And this is a warning to people who think that they can hurt people today. Think about it. You may want to hurt people, but you may not be able to stop them. There were some teachers and things they thought they were suppressing us in schools and here and there. But today, here we are. You may be able to suppress us for the moment, but we'll still make it. And when we come up, don't forget that you are doing things that will leave scars on us. Your scars. You know what they call scars? Oh, okay. So let's go to it. The scars are the mark that leave on you. Don't place mark on anybody for them to remember. I know when you do good for people, they may easily forget. but do bad thing to people, you think they will forget? They will not forget. Never you try it in your whole life, or else you will be in your old age and you see somebody still punishing you for what you did the time you were in your youthful age. It will still look so nasty for you. Then people will say that, but why are they think happening to this man? Why are they think they man already? Why are you suffering? Why are they taking everything away from him? Because of something you did in your youthfulness. You thought that when you're in your old age, it will protect you from punishment, except you die. But once you are still living, people will still deal with you. Learn that. And I'm just warning people who think that they are in authority today. They can sit down, they prevent people, they obstruct justice, or they thwart justice, or whatever it is they want to do, the judicial actors, whichever way you want to do it, do it. Don't let people remember you for the wrong reasons. You will think, you will leave the stage. That one thing about it, you will leave the stage. You will leave the stage. And when you have left the stage, that is payback time. They say, whatsoever you reap, whatsoever you sow is what you will reap. That thing is factual. It's it. Whatsoever you sow is what you will reap. Whatsoever you sow is what you will reap. You sow good thing, you will reap good thing. You sow bad thing, you will sow bad thing. And you don't want to find your life living at the mercy of people, because if you treated me A.B. Bar and I'm in an advantage position tomorrow and I see you, you are living at my mercy now. I will determine how you live. Your life depends now on me, and I will have to decide for you. You know what it takes for you to live at my mercy instead of living by the mercy of God? Where I have to determine whether you live or whether you get this or not. You got to live at my mercy now. You think it's a good thing? You better be careful. The reason I'm giving this warning, because many of you working under this reckless government, you're doing a lot of terrible things to people. You're supporting all of the wrong things. You're supporting all the wrong things under Joseph Boakai. It's bad. There's an Igbo proverb that says that when the little child throws the stone and runs to his mother's Abram, he said, "Pain shall pick that child up when the mother shall have gone to farm." Learn that and know that well. Those of you, you may work in Joseph Boakai government, but equally you may not want to treat people the way Joseph Boakai is treating people. You can set yourself apart. And people said, "Though Joseph Boakai government was terrible, wicked, terrible," but these guys set themselves apart, and they were never part of the bad thing that were happening around here. People will single you out. There are people who are being accommodated today because of the roles they play with people in war during the course of the war. They save people's lives. Those people are going for them today, identifying them and say, "The man saved my life. The man wanted to kill me, and the man bother with me and save my life." I will never forget what the man did for me. Those are rebel times where anybody could kill anybody or whatever it is. But yet there were good people saving people's lives and said, "No, this person will not die." You may be working in a reckless Joseph Boakai government. You got to stand up. You got to put yourself apart. So you got to know, look, set yourself apart. It doesn't matter what it is. We are saying it and we are seeing it. There are many of you supporting or whatever. Some of you silence. Your silence today may be able to help you tomorrow, instead of you speaking to everything. Sometimes we come on the show to advise you about the future. And the future is there for you. You may not want to listen to me. It's up to you. Support any wrong thing. When they do the bad thing to these people, then you're laughing. Here and there. I see all arms and levels of every sector. People are there supporting the wrong thing, whether lawyers or whatever it is, doctors or medical doctors or so forth. Everyone else supporting the wrong thing because they think that it's affecting people that they hate so much. So they don't see how it's wrong. Tomorrow it will haunt you. It's just an advice to all of you. To all of us, not even you, but all of us. There's time for everything. Some of the things you are posting on Facebook, supporting the wrong thing, and the time will come. I was just looking at Josiah Joker. Josiah Joker, who came in power. And it didn't take time. He wrote a big circular that no civil servant should be involved with what? Politics. But look at the post then that he's putting out there. It's all political. These are people that went to school. Josiah Joker is a very smart guy, a very good writer. He writes books. He's a very good writer. But I don't know why he's gone bad. I just thought he was being that professional that he professes to be. Do you know There were times under we are administration, the same zealousness, the zest that you find in them, all of these things that they are doing here. There were times when we are took over newly. His officials were all on Facebook doing some of these things. Ask, what made them to calm down and never be Facebook freak to be making this statement? Well, we had to kill all of that from them. Mamasi Kabaden used to post politically on Facebook prior to we as SNSA in 2018. But during his SNSA, the rest of these other people, we are told his cabinet officials to leave the Facebook with all these lambasting and all of those things. They should leave it and focus on the job. That was we as mandate. Today, Joseph Boakai has given licenses to all of his officials to lambast and say anything they want to say on Facebook, to the extent that professionals, medical doctors, medical practitioners, they are now politically involved into things. Why are they doing that? Then that's why I say we are governance. God just brought these people so that we can set we are apart. We can know the difference between we as leadership versus this old man. You're always heralded to be a sound person in leadership. You're not crazy. I'm telling you, sound person in leadership, right? Yeah. Yeah. So you see that now. You see the difference. Everybody breaking the laws. Professionals are now going because they must protect their jobs. You got to protect it. Why? Because the ordinary people who are supposed to be doing the post and thing for them, they are not doing it. They are not shouldering it. They just left from here, Broad Street. They gone to Congo Town is still ghost camp. When you heard we are saying that the party headquarters that you're thinking you're breaking down, the party is not embedded in stones and steels. It's better in the hearts of the people. That's what we have said. And they said, wherever they go, that's the party's headquarters. And in fact, until Fonati had to announce that due to XYZ reasons, people are trying to leave. The people are carrying on construction work. Nobody should go out the site. Prior to the commencement of the construction work at the party headquarters, people have already relocated and they were there. That's where people are now going to see each other. Despite in these times, the Unity Party headquarters that they're talking about here and there is the ghost camp. And will continue to be a ghost camp. I know I'm saying that tonight, y'all want to look for people to come be living there or whatever. But why would they be living there together when you have many people who will not even go there to see them? Who don't want to go there to identify with these people? That's the kind of party you've got. And some of you who supporting them and protecting them or whatever it is, you're hurting yourself for nothing because going to the communities. You got to know these things. And some of us, we say it, but again, it's left with you people. These cautioning we are doing, and we just try to advise. I don't want to even call it caution. No, I'm just trying to advise you people that whether you are pastor, whether you are pastor or whatever it is you are doing XYZ and you think you're supporting the wrong things here today, you are perishing along with Joseph Boakai, and I had always said it. And you guys are perishing along with Joseph Boakai. You are losing your relevance by the day, and it's quite bad. You don't want to be a pastor that nobody will respect your voice. What makes you a pastor is your voice. What makes you strong is your voice. If that voice is eating, you are done. You don't want to be living dead. Because what makes you active and strong is your voice. It's very essential. I'm a guy fell with me sometime, but so now God can send me to come and talk to you. I will talk to you. The lay idea God gave me, I will keep telling you that this is what it is. Just stop it. Joseph Boakai may choose to be wicked, but you may not be wicked. You got to set yourself apart. And say, for me, why it is true we're there, at least for me, you can see the records. This is what I've done for myself. This is it. I'm not going to be all on Facebook insulting people or doing XYZ. No, I'm not going to do that. There's a tomorrow. And that is it. I'm just trying to advise you on all of those things. Okay, so let's get on to the most important one for which we are here tonight. We think with God, all things are possible. Just yesterday, the Unity Party people were celebrating on the 124 million health issue, which is a list that the US giving all over. I saw Uganda got 1.3 billion from the same US on the same program. There is a program. There is a program. And I will tell you, there is a program that you have to sign on to. And the reason for that program is receiving that of, stuff all over. But before we can go there, folks, for those of you in CDC, December 9, International Corruption Day. What does it remind you of? CDC, I just want you to tell me. What does it remind you of? December 9, International Corruption Day. What does it remind you of? It reminds you about sanctions. Terrible ratings of the CDC government despite all of the performances. COVID-19 came in this country. But this time we're fighting COVID-19 and so forth here and there. But let me just give you some of the catalog of issues. And I will tell you what got missing yesterday. Some of these things we got to remind you. December 9 passed yesterday, which is the Corruption Day. And the CDC government suffered a lot. The OFAC that used to be coming out with all the sanctions from America and so forth, here and there. I just want to show you something. Your country, a country has got a country. So you see, all of you can be sitting there and say, oh, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, there. For me, I can look at your life. December 9 is International Anti-Corruption Day. Honor CDC, with the support of the US systems that were organized, the USAID and other organizations and so forth. The legs of Centaur, LACC then will be passing all around the city having parade anymore. Nobody is willing to pump anything. The whole thing about fight against corruption, in fact, there's no publicity about corruption anymore. Anti-corruption anymore. You see how the country is finished now? There is no publicity. Joseph Boakai has successfully fought until he has killed the fight against corruption. Until nobody talks about corruption in this country anymore. Yesterday was the day. Honor we are. You know how many programs, the other student groupings, the other people having anti-corruption day, the other people having their 1 year and there. Nobody able to mention about corruption. Now you try, even you organize a program, you go make any speech at that program there, you finish. The entire anti-corruption day, the war anti-corruption day, it ended zero with nothing. LACC just released some kind of statement, that's all. No program, nothing organized by all these anti-corruption organizations that are passing all over, because there is no reason to fight corruption anymore in this country. It's dead. You can see it clearly, because the very people, and this is where I can come down very high, and I will tell you this tonight. The very people who used to be supporting these corruption fights, the international partners, they no longer have interest in fighting corruption again. They just leave us on our own now. They leave us on our own. Because you have a Republican government that have a different style when it comes to African and their governance issue. They have a different approach. They don't care what you do to your people, how you run your people, whatever it is. They don't care. They believe that you should be responsible enough to manage yourself, to take care of yourself. That's it. They don't care about what it is, how you treat your people, what you do to your people here and there. They don't care. Even if you will choose to treat your people bad, and then they want something from you, and then they tell you, say, give all their thing here, and you give it to them, they will still give you something for it. Quid pro quo, they will give you something for it. They don't care. What are you doing? What about to your people? They don't want to know. There is no corruption fight in this country anymore. Corruption is dead. World International Anti-Corruption Day was yesterday. There was no hearing. With all the tortures and other things that are happening, corruption going on all over in the United Party government, the United States government or in Washington, D.C. has got to have no case on it. Nobody talking about corruption now. Corruption is dead. The amen. I say World International Anti-Corruption Day was yesterday. I allowed the day to pass so that I can just ask you this question today. Was yesterday. What happened? Nothing. Today I posted something and said Liberia is on sale. Do you think people don't care about whether you go, what they go? You go say that. Yeah, mobile model then be 40. You don't join them to fight for yourself. Then your thing, you're waiting for international community or U.S. embassy to come release statement before you stand for yourself. Go sit down. Go sit down. You think people care about what you're doing here anymore? The anti-corruption NGO then are here. See whether they're getting support from any of these international partners anymore. Nobody cares about corruption in this country anymore. We want to kill ourselves to do it. While it is true that indeed they are not, right? They are equally decided to say, look, our hands off. Maybe if the Democrats were to come back in power, which of course may likely happen because it will be about 2 more years to Boggart's administration expiration, maybe. That is if you also have, you want to pull strings to make your case. Where is Chris Smith now that used to be announcing the kleptocratic government CDC here and there? Where is Chris Smith today? The same man, the same Republican representative, Chris Smith, who used to be releasing all the things, blah, 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 all the kind of noise then. Where is he today? Where is his radar on Liberia? Is nowhere around. Because who told you he's not getting it? Ghana and they don't try their best. They don't get all of these issues there, but torture or whatever it is, they haven't called them for one single hearing. There's no corruption right here. So Joseph Boakai and his group, they are on industrial skills and stealing. You're finished. Let me tell you now, you just be your own way. God, if you can't fight for yourself, forget about it. Recently, the American people, they told you, say, you're welcome to get 3 years visa validity, right? As the Unity Party people, which one of them started posting already that they're enjoying the 3 years visa validity? Where is it? Nowhere. They only did that so that they could bring that man here, that deportee that they wanted to bring here, so that they will bring here. That was just the condition attached to it. Something that you're not even bringing. You think the people care about you? The people know that the government is very corrupt. And they know that the government is scared of sanction. So they're not going to give the government more. The only thing they need to do is to tell the government, say, we get your files. So everything we do with you will be cosmetic. You got to sign it. It will appear that there's a mutual something that we haven't. But you are very corrupt, and we know that you are corrupt, but we'll protect you. We won't get time to enter down there. If you dare try us, we'll do entry. We're not going to enter there. Anything we want, give us it. That's why you see Joseph Boakai in this group. They are very corrupt. Look at, you know when Beslo went on there? And December 9, the people that will grab Joseph Boakai, they will finish with Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai will sell this country. Because they know December 9 was coming. So there's health plan that they'll be meeting with African countries so that they will be collecting their data or whatever it is. They grab, they help the foreign minister, the same as Madam Foreign Minister come. You know, December 9 is just around the corner. We have so number of your people that are supposed to be sanctioned. We have so people that's going to be sanctioned. But we have this deal on the table that you have to sign. Though all African countries are skeptical about it, but we want you to sign that. You cannot be from us, Liberia, whatever. You don't sign that. You will sign it. But that is why we are going to invest for that, because it's for ourselves. We're going to do that. We're going to get 1 point. They're not going to affect those health people that I saw sitting down to the Ministry of Health, clapping their hands. Professionals, doctors are sitting, clapping their hands, cheering. And you see some of them, they were coerced to do that. And I will show that just now. You'll see them. They were coerced to do that. They clapping their hands. They're forcing the people to do that. They have to summon the foreign minister and say, if you people don't sign this, this is what we'll do to your government. You see what they're doing to Liberia now because Joseph Boakai rogue? Where is the deportee you were talking about? What they call? Because the other person, they're not coming here because this is a corrupt country. You're not going to dump us in a country that you care less about. The legal team of that man making a strong case there. They say Liberia is one of the countries that just hands up free. They just corrupt. They are very terrible. These people, they are not correct. In fact, they are not third world country. They know the fifth world country. That's just how they know that they're nothing. This is how they look at Liberia today. You think they are going to say, no, they say Liberia is one country that America does not even have focus on now and even contemplating on and seeing that it is better. They have decided to allow the government there to do its own thing until to the extent that investment climate is very poor in our place. The issue of insecurity is on the increase in our place, and we look at it, it's very terrible that place you want to send my client. The people have done their analysis and everything. They know that the country is on time bomb. That the place they can send that man. No, that's why you see the men have not come yet. And that's why you see they're not giving you the 3-year visa extension because it was contingent upon that. You go get it now. And you're clapping and passing all over the place there. You never got score this, that. Score wetting where? You know, these things, when they are happening, you have to be smart to understand yourself. But you know what happened to it in Kenya? Let me now pull something up for you. I'll read it for you. It just came up today, the 10th. The same thing Liberia signed. The same thing Liberia signed. That is what Kenya did, and that is what happening in Kenya now as we speak. That is what's in Kenya. You are seeing that. I will just read through it so that you can just see it for yourself. That is what happening in Kenya now. They say, there you go. A big headline. Omtata Kofek sued to block Kenya US health deal. The deal that was just signed, when the rating come up, Wednesday today, December 10th, it was just published. They say, Omtata Kofek sued to block Kenya US health deal. What is that health deal? Why are they blocking it? Let me explain it to you to see. They say Besima senator, Busna senator. There's a senator, not a bunch of people that are down there putting ability on the country, talking about increasing 14 seats. The Joseph Boakai government are asking them as to why all of these deals, how are we involved in it, how are the citizens involved in it. Yeah, listen, there is a senator from Kenya. The senator is suing his government to block it. Why? You coming to read, you coming to listen to that. Some country people who care about the welfare of their people. In fact, before you can sign such a deal, you got to inform the national legislature that we have a memorandum of understanding that is coming up. We want to have a template. The senator was already in the know. They are aware of the MOU that they don't want even making us to know what thing the whole thing about, because for them, their government have to make disclosure. You got to make disclosure to the people. The people got to be aware to know what kind of deal you're going with a foreign country because it's going to affect us. We cannot just be consumed by something that we have no idea about. We can't be consumed by that. And these people countries, they know what's coming. So this senator now, Busia senator, they call him Okia Omtata. He said he has moved to court to block the implementation of a multi-billion dollars health deal signed between Kenya and the USA on December the 4th. Hey, my people. The other thing, our special treatment they were giving Liberia because Joseph Boakai, what they call a special treatment. You see, that's why when these people were clapping today, I felt sorry for our sector. I felt sorry for professional people in this country. You can see them clapping. I can show you them. You can to see them clapping. I felt so sorry for our people in this country to see that for us to reach at this level, I feel so sorry for our people. I say, wow. So we are reached at this age. I don't know which one of your parents you will see in this video. Clapping hands for something like this. You're acting up help. They were giving Joseph Boga so? No, who told you? I beg you, yeah. Helping Joseph Boga. Joseph Boga loaded somebody that put one help. He already corrupt. They put one sanction in, they leg it. Anytime they want sanction in, they will sanction him. That either one, they will come waiting help with anything. They're not helping with anything. Oh. They're not helping at all. They're not helping with anything. Nothing. Anything the US government wants. They just open the Tony Strait and say, Joseph Boga, you're in your group there. They stealing the mansion that you put down there. So info here, we'll get it right here. We know where you took the money from. Why you want to do? Just give us what we want. Finish. They don't have time. Joseph Boakai is done. The man is very, very corrupt. Being all officials are all corrupt. So as a result, for them to escape it, they got to comply. So you are forced to comply. And that's what's happening. I will read that Kenya to you. I just trying to show you something. To show you something to tell you that this country, something is wrong somewhere in this country. And now I just look at you now, I just say, yeah, the country, we are finished. Professional people, for you to see them behave the way they behave. Today, when I saw those people clapping and say job is really hard for true. Let me take this one up and then put this one there. Let me put this one up. Let me put this video up. Let me put this video up. I want for you to see this video. Where your people then were clapping today. Professionals were clapping. They say, hey, clap, 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 clap. Medical doctors. I say, I know people who now go to school, Korea, or whatever it is. Sound people. They are clapping for what is nothing there. Let them get clapping. They pay them at the help. See the kind of thing. Why are you treating our people like this? They're standing for this thing. And I think I'm giving you one now. I'm going to show you one of those. I know. The two of them out in that door. Then they come to stand last here. To do something with us here. How confidence can we be about already? You see that? This is it. Right? Yeah. And let me show you now why in Kenya they are trying to say no. We got to take this government to court for doing what it's trying to do. We don't appreciate this. No, we're not going to. No, we're not going to. They said no. We are not going to do it. We are not going to appreciate this government for this, and we don't want this. Why are they doing it? Why? And that's when you will know everything that we share in this country. We come to you, we tell you the truth and nothing else but the truth, because this country is for all of us. And we'll always tell you, there is a senator. There is a senator. I'm just showing it, and I will show you it, and I'll read what the senator said. This is what the senator said. They say Busia Senator Okia Omtata has moved to court to block the implementation of a multi-billion-dollar health deal signed between Kenya and the USA on December 4th. The United States Health Corporation framework was signed on behalf of Kenya by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musa Leah Mudavadi and witnessed by President William Ruto. The president was there witnessing it while it was happening, right? They said the framework is a binding bilateral agreement commanding and committing approximately 1.6 billion. Because Kenya they get corruption on them, so they will get 1.6 billion. But Joseph Boakai is a rogue. He's a thief. They get penalty on him. So as a result, instead of giving Liberia 1.6 billion, they say we're not carrying it to billion level because you already rogue. You know you're supposed to sanction you. So your own will make it 164 million. That's all we'll do. The rest of it illegal or stealing. Because when you try it, you want to call. Look, you see what it is? They are getting a country like this, 1.6 billion. Your budget that you're fighting to pass, that you don't even what they call around 1.2 billion. They are giving them 1.6 billion. Over 5 years, the same 5 years. Yes, it. The framework is a binding bilateral arrangement committing approximately 1.6 billion, right? Over a period of 5 years to Kenya's health sector to support universal health coverage. To support what? Universal health coverage. Not Liberia health coverage. Liberia is giving this thing here to support what? United States government's own universal plan for the health sector. The universal health coverage. How Liberia will get that support? That what they're paying for, not you. You see what the people they were clapping for that they don't know? You get doctors were sitting down there and clapping for something that they don't know about. They are clapping, hey, what you went to school for? Do you really know what's in it? Who's telling you what's in it? It's to support a universal program that they aim at, they created, they want to carry on. That's what it's for. Then you dead medical doctors are there clapping, hey. You know what it's for? Do you know what you were clapping for? You call yourself doctors, you went to school, job business, you're allowed them to coerce you. But let's continue. Let's continue. What the man said. Mr. Omtata, however, says the process leading to the signing of the framework, the reported nature of its commitments, and its integration into Kenya's public finance and what health governance system violate express provisions of the Constitution and the law, thereby undermining national sovereignty. If you check this thing now, the thing that will help affect regional something or whatever it is, ask our lawmaker then whether they know anything about it. They get legislative committee on health. They get all the legislative, the both houses. They get what? Committee on health. Ask them whether they know about what the woman was signing down there. Their French senator raising issue. While they sitting down here dummies, they are sitting down here flying around. They're not seeking the interest of the people. This is what the man said. He said the petitioner is aggrieved that the decision to endorse and sign this framework was executed unilaterally by the executive without parliamentary oversight, public consultation, or transparent fiscal impact assessment. This is what we call oversight. The man said for the executive to just go and sign it without consultation? No. We needed to know what is in it. Well, on a dominant is sitting down here. What did they know? The Bosnian senator says the deal was negotiated and executed in violation of the constitutional principles of public participation, transparency, and accountability. So you see that there is a second petition challenging the deal after Consumer Federation of Kenya, another group who are the consumers. Now listen to this now. There is a second etago. The senator is suing the consumers. Now there is a second petition challenging the deal after Consumer Federation of Kenya, the people who can consume all the things, the medical issue here and there. When they say GSM company giving all of these kind of every program and projects and things, that the consumers, the people then who can be the end users of every program and projects of government, they call them the consumers. They have themselves into a network. They call it the Consumer Federation of Kenya because they know whether the consumption is good for people or consumers or so forth. They form themselves into a network. They too also decided to sue the Kenyan government and blocking it. They said what? The Consumer Federation sought conservatory orders stopping the implementation of the framework pending the determination of the case. Mr. Omtata further said that the creation of a major extra budgetary funding streamline for health sector outside the framework of public financial management is a serious problem. It's unconstitutional. You see what they are doing here? Here is it. The guys want to know there should be consultation. How are we going to do this? What is in it? How do we get it done? Because people may not understand all these things, right? And they say in this petition, COFEC has also sought an order blocking the government of Kenya from transferring or sharing medical or epidemiological data to the USA. That's the main reason for it. For the consumers now. The people who are the consumers, they say for them, The lawmaker who is talking about transparency, accountability, and of course, consultation with the citizens of the country. Now, the consumers now, where they are saying, look, we don't want for the United States for our government to transfer or share our medical or epidemics. They call that a big term, epidemiological data. All the data then to the US or any of its agency or representatives pending the hearing or determination of the case. Meaning you got to take your data then from here and send it to the US. They will look at that data. You'll be sharing your data with them. Now, what are they paying this money for? So the group came in for that. The same conference said the execution and operationalization of the framework occur without compliance with the Data Protection Act. That thing that Joseph Boakai then woke up to get ready, they say they have traffic management, that you must go get your license, your blood specimen, everything. They will be giving you license, they give it to foreigner and thing. In people that in places like Kenya, no. Data protection is something that is preserved by the citizens themselves. They have to control their own data. Do you know, you see the country here that's not a control. So let's take, for instance, they put and collect your data and know how many people here and there. Let's take, for instance, some bad country, they want to flush some kind of virus in this country and they know the data already. They know how many person is going to be affected and what is the strength of the kind of virus that they want to use. They have data, they have all the things. Then they just get ready, they flush something into Liberia. Yes, see yourself, people, yeah, what they call it. Man, these people there. You see, irresponsible behavior on the part of government that what will always lead people there. You see what we're talking? The thing that they're clapping for here, they are afraid they're challenging it. Sensible citizens are challenging it. Where are our consumers people here? Nowhere. Where are our legislators? Nowhere. And the only reason this is happening to Joseph Boakai, all country, I think Uganda got about some billion, right? Uganda got billion, Kenya got 1.6 billion. Liberia got warrants because they're very corrupt. They are rogues. So the politicians say, you already rogues. We're supposed to sanction you. Right? We're supposed to sanction you. You're supposed to know that one. We're supposed to sanction all of you. So the idea we just give that money there that we put in there, that one part, is for our own people operation. So that 1.6 million. Because I want 1.2 million. I mean, I got 1.6. 1.2 million, that thing we put in there is for the operational framework of our own. Put the one that's supposed to go to your in country, that your corruption money you're eating there, that what will pay for it. So we're not going to give you that amount. So Liberia had to sign for it. They said, okay, very good. Uganda got 2.3 billion. Kenya got 1.6 billion. Liberia got 1 point something because Joseph Boakai got a rogue. So as a result, they can't give him much. They can't give him much. They come and collect your data then. Joseph Boakai will rag this country because he's very corrupt. He's a rogue. Nothing. You don't stand up for yourself. And December 17, come here sitting out there, you say that mobile model thing or whatever it is. You don't stand for yourself. You'll be waiting. Joseph Boakai a rogue. They put know how to catch them. They ain't get ready to call the foreign minister, they think that bilateral something. We want what they call. In fact, what they call, they have a lot of data on your people then. All of them, they are rogue. Your president built something in what they call, they said, we have here, this is a son, your president's son mansion, and whatever it is, here and there. Though we are signing with other countries, they want to find it out, but want for you to sign. Please sign. You will sign it. You will sign it. So why will you not sign it? The reason you are getting less, other countries getting more, is because you are rogue and you're supposed to be sanctioned, and they will not sanction you. So as a result, you get less for that. You're not even getting less. That they put operational framework. That why that money going for you, not for you. So that one go and play will say that. Or here to the wise is quite sufficient. More to come. More to happen. Joseph Boakai is here. We on our own. The Swedish government part of local aid, they walk away. They say they not get time. Whether that bureau doing anything here and there, the Swedish government walk away. For them to go on by their business. They say we're not coming to put money here. The corruption in this country is too much. We can't put money here. The United States government say, but corruption in the country that one, but we get problem. Anything we want, they will give it to us. If they give it to us, we'll sanction them. The reason you saw it was difficult and sanctions were coming here and there with we was not scared is that we was using the money to develop the country. So he didn't care. He was not afraid of a couple of things. Anybody could use sanction, whatever it is. We was not afraid. If you want to sanction people, sanction them. But whatever it is, we'll try our best for our people. And that is why it is. And we are asking. And that is it. So you see, y'all go sit down there. Be rogue. The man is stealing. The man is stealing. And December 7 yesterday, I'm telling you, why the anti-corruption group that used to be in the country and passing around everywhere, doing all of those things. Let me go and read something. Let me can read you something. So you must just know that this is what it is. But with God, all things are possible. And oh God. People may not understand some things, right? People may not understand some things. And I just read a comment from one of our students here, and who was saying something. Is it Toga Gigwa Gayu? He said, depending on the population of a country, then you blatantly lie, my brother. Tell yourself in there. You see the thing you don't know, you don't put your mouth inside, right? Kenya has a larger population than Uganda. Uganda got 2.3 billion. What you want to say? Kenya population is around 58.4 million. Uganda population is around 52.5 million. Uganda got more. Kenya got less. What you want? You want to argue population? You want to argue population? You better go find a place to hide. You want to argue population? You see, you leave these things. You're not educated. You know, so now before you come up, the internet is very big nowadays. You want to do your research. Just simple thing, you just do it. The population while you're there, you just get the kind of thing that you just got it when you put it up. You see internet, the phone are in your hand. Try to make use of it. Stop being crazy and then be writing part of trash. Make use of that phone that in your hand. That's just smartphone. You just use it. You just put it in proof. It will just pop up. Then you will not bring the kind of lazy argument. That's why they say your IQ very low. Because you don't want to do research. You just jump and just talk anything you want to talk. Anyway, let's get to the lines and interact with you, our callers. Now the issue there, yeah, for tonight. And that's all I can tell you. Your country is on sale. Bugger will rack this country. Anything the US government wants, that's what they will get. They will just flash his mansion, that info here. They get ready to go in a bank account. They flash it. They say account currently, account balance of your president who just took power just 4 hours ago. This is it. And so we can use this government to get what we want. So you're like brave people, you put yourself inside, yeah? Like, hey, you just live with it now. Let's get to the lines and interact with you, our callers, right here on this very day. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. God, this country. Let's start with the female lines first, and of course, lady before gentlemen. Hello, how are you doing? Hello.
Yeah,
yeah, please go ahead quickly.
Sorry for justice. Thank you very much. Maybe you know the reason that when the settlement of the government official, then when you party for party and interesting, because the no person where is not buka, okay, to your truth. So like we say, you know, settlement. We now they play around what is around our country. So now everything that you want to bring, when in the intro of my people, I will pass down to the Lord. Let me tell you, but because they see the buka like impact with city, the poor man looking at the country, we saw the same neighbor. So the person who finish their buka will use the buka here. If you care for it, because you get time for it, so we'll use it to you and then not because they go listen to the speaker say, I'm regime speaker. And yeah, the regime speaker in that country, we can use the people that do anything. You know, but President Rattan, they will not have regime speaker and they will not get into the court. And this is why the census can and the board here. Census can never react. They will be here. You see, you never know about the hours because we have to know better. We census the people and you in the teacher of the state. You see why you're talking here? And the other country get full money, I will get full money. Because they know how to get it. So I am a brother, we're still on profit and we're still on that. And I say one poker, then they will sell it over here. No good thing can you move on there. They will have the party to now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Constant way on. My son, constant you in the period. The restaurant. Thank you, Papa. Yeah, thank you for teaching us. You know that everything opening our eyes and minds to these things.
Right.
Even the poor, what call themselves educated for the Joseph Waka, they are helping to listen to you to know because they even know they see they getting you. Some of them don't know. They know. Even and some of them they greediness because they're so corrupt. That only the money they after. When it comes so they can destroy it. All the actors, they care. So that truly want to sell the country, and we be saying like yourself, when you sell the country, I know why you will leave 10 million horse in prayer. But God will be with us and constant your son, especially you, constant to be teaching us, to be telling us, and those that get food to stand, they will stand, and God will never send you in the country yet to not deliver the country. That why He send you to the rightful man. That God bless you, my son.
Amen.
That God continue to give you wisdom to go to strength. That He protect you. Thank you, Papa.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you, mommy. We appreciate it. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Boss man, I don't take that. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello, who's this? Okay, so sorry, you hang on so I get you up. Yeah?
Thank you. Maybe I am Tristan Mohammed. Down Coast Spoon, Western Community. Maybe thank you very much. And thank you for reminding us for the sanction day in the history of Nigeria. As we noted over the last 6 years, December 9 was commonly referred to as sanction day. Even before we get to December 9, it will be more publicized than any other day in our history. Thank you for reminding us. This night, I want to use this your medium to call on the foreign people who advocated for sanction yesterday or anti-DAP institution yesterday. Where is Anasi Miame? Where is Eli Jao? And where is Oscar Glo? These were guys who yesterday, yes, organized a series of anti-corruption organizations when December 9 was approaching. All because he used to get money from Jacob Jala when he was at USAID. He used to give them the money, give them that small money they go around have the kind of small pocket of program to make President Weah unpopular. All of what they are saying today, they were behind a Jacob Jala, was the mastermind for all of those things. Today, he sits at Liberia LRA and making millions of dollars, and today, all of those anti-graft institutions are there under him. But in my mind, it was good for CDC to lose so that we can win. Today, the dishes and President Weah are exonerated. It's the 4 auditors who died, who the guys used yesterday, yes, to get to power. If Gifty Lama also can sit as the financial superintendent of Maserado and care to know who killed his wife, is mind-boggling, and in my mind, needs to answer more questions than what he just was in that position. He cannot privatize that position more than the death of his wife. He needs to answer questions. Thank you very much for always giving us the opportunity to make our voice on national issues. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, my brother. I appreciate that. And let me get on to the next caller right here. On this die, we are certainly getting there. And what are you doing?
Good evening. God send Weah.
Bossman, I'll cut you out. The next time you come here, you got to prepare yourself. I hate that squeeze sign. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Please go on. Hello?
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
You know, okay. The survival of this country lies within the hands of the Liberian people on the 17th of December. Thank you very much.
I like that. All right, so let me get on to the WhatsApp line. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, this is Ruth Sayon calling for America.
Okay.
This is not something for our people to play with. America did not in our country for them to get our databases. You need to stand up. It's not time to say God will help you. When you don't help yourself, God cannot help you. Those people are going to do a lot of things to us and will affect the generation to come. I want to let all the callers that are calling today to know in America, we don't have American people record in our country. And that's what they're coming to do. And we can't let it go because we have a senators, we have a representative. You guys can go to the people and stand up for our country. It will affect your children to come. That's what coming. We shouldn't let it go. I'm calling for America, and that's where I live.
Wow.
We don't get no record for them. Record we don't get for them for their medical record. They want to get our own. And our people are going to sit down because of little $1 million. They want to sell our country, and we're going to sit down and say, God will help us. This is not God thing this time. It's time for Liberia people to stand up. And your partisan aside, this is not partisan business. A generation to come.
Certainly.
So that's my own intake.
I
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
Ebi.
this call. Thank you, ma'am. Hello, how are you doing? Let's get on. Hello?
Good evening to the live.
Yeah, please go on quickly. Your name?
Thank you. My name is Ruvosin P.C. Dixter.
Okay.
I do join you from the most tribal communities in Central Monrovia, where our young people is the now person on the seriously dream on the village. Stay with Kyle community this evening. You see, let me appreciate you for talking about the discussion. You see, how you see for Mr. Bwaka and Dallas, hey, that speaker, hey, today, can you imagine? Some of us were interested in the private sectors. Mr. Bwaka and the daughter speaker should be speaking now on the living of the Swedish embassy, where in which Sweden wants 32 projects in Liberia. It is almost 149 million. Then yes, celebrating, remember what I'm understanding for the American people. Can you imagine that evil behavior from Mr. Bwaka? Veteran, what we want to tell Mr. Bwaka is that on December 17th is a historical day in our parents' lives. If you think into yourself that you have school fees to pay for your treatment, if you think into yourself that this Christmas will be good for you, $700, don't mock at the people that will march on the street on December 17th. December 17th will be the massive people protest in the history of Liberia. We will be outside with the young people of slavery crime community. We will be in our number to ensure that Mr. Bwaka is listening to the request of the people. Because Mr. Bwaka continues to disrespect the constitutions. Mr. Bwaka continues to misbehave when the Liberia citizens are voting him. Why can't that tell Mr. Bwaka support Jonathan Speaker? How dare you? Putting 14 days to elaborate people is to make it a 70. The 73 will die with them. But now Mr. Bwaka will be telling us that the 6 years is enough. Let them reduce it to 5 years.
Okay, thank you. We can hold you at that, my brother. Others got to go. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Teacher Light.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
Great. Let's go on. Your name, please.
My name is Victor P. Tabo, coming to New Sergeant Plea. I'm following your broadcast from Patrick Factory to be precise. Daquitan.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Teacher Light, I just want to say something to you. There is no man under this sun can make George Manawia unpopular. George Weah is a legend, he's a star. The grace that George Weah is carrying, Joseph Bwaka is not carrying that grace. So all he needs to do is come closer to George Manawia and just tap into his grace, and God going to open way for him, and things going to work better for him. All what they're doing, George Weah just want to also know who is Joseph Bwaka and wicked government officials. They are criminals, came to steal, kill, and loot all of our resources. So if any of them have the thought that they can make George Manawia unpopular, they may be having a daydream, and anything that they plan to do to Weah, it was not work.
All right, thank you so much. Why you tell unpopular thing and business from that? What would this please go on. Let's hear from you, please.
Thank you. My name is Abraham Yuma. I come from Crystal Police.
All right, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, Ebi, thank you for the show. People, they all play it in the day. I think that prophet said it from Nigeria. The election was rigged in the US and all the bitter to A. Now we're talking at first, he said he will not interfere with other countries' issue. But now he's because the state of America are corrupted him now. So that's why it is not that way. And one fisherman in our United States said that as long as you can allow the US to do to us what they want to do to us, you are all right, nigga. As long as you black me, you speak, they will not listen. But once they can use you to get what they want, then you all right. So that is what going on. You know that the US speaking now because the type of government they want in Nigeria that is failing to pave the road that they were criticizing with other asphalt pavement. They're not doing it now. That's what they wanted. So that they can steal our resources and carry and build a country. That's what they want to get a record of us to destroy us. They get conspiracy theory, a white supremacy theory, they stay in the whole mind. They want to keep us down. We told the people, but they didn't listen.
So that's why we are in. Thank you very much for the show.
All right. Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let's get on. And we are getting there, and with God, all things are possible. El, what are you doing?
Hey, this is Sergeant Leo Montgomery here. AB, what's up?
Yeah, go on quickly, please.
Thank you for the show. Look, AB, there's an agenda here. I want to caution our health department, our health sector in Liberia. Right now, as I speak to you, there are pharmaceutical agencies that so-called carry out some kind of immunization or some kind of vaccination in Liberia right now as I talk to you. Maybe you know or maybe you don't know about it. So all the data they are carrying and going back to Liberia and trying to experiment some kind of vaccination, and it's all a facade, it's all scam, my brother. That's how you find HIV, AIDS, and things spreading all around Africa, but we don't know. But I'm just saying this for people to keep their eyes open. Our country, our government right now, they don't even care who comes in, who don't come in. Once it's about the money, they take it, and our people become vulnerable to these things. I just wanted to set my thought on that.
Okay, thank you. Let me get on to the next caller quickly. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Yeah.
Good
evening, AB. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the talking point tonight. I just want to remind you again concerning the information you just put out and what you said about Kenya and Uganda and the rest of it. You remember when Pele girl on the Independence Day when she made her and had her Independence Day speech and
yeah.
You were kind of, and I came back after you said no, AB. What she said, she's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say this again. In the southern hemisphere, because the globe is into two, the west and the south. In the south, the only open ground the American people can walk on. And I told you, when I made that call, I told you, I said, Lord, let me just say this. When the people are developed, they don't have to be educated. Automatically, the development go with their education. And America will not want a Liberia to be a kind of developed country that will make the village person to be educated to know much about their own country. They rather keep us in a state that will make us to continue to look after. When I made that statement, you were like, coming after me and said, "Oh, no, but maybe when they Rwanda, let's just take for example Rwanda as native people were. But when Paul Kagame developed that country automatically became a civilized country. Everybody then know what it's supposed to be doing. Burkina Faso today is following. We are following with Burkina Faso. There are a lot of people, but once the place start to develop, maybe the people automatically will start to develop along with the development, the infrastructure that go along with the country. Why they put Nahamokin Joseph Boakai is because they know that the people are not being developed. The people are staying in that kind of dormant state. People will be fighting over little things that got no substance, and that will work for them. So the whole information with their data thing and this, that, my brother, the people will use your data to kind of look for some kind of something and push it to the country or say they good at with a vaccine or this, that. The globe is different. So they're good at other countries being smart and they are asking their leaders about it. But for us, we are a dumping ground. I told you we are dumping ground. And we'll continue to be dumping ground until we can develop ourselves. We'll always be a dumping ground. Thank you, AB.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. I appreciate that. All right. So let's get on to the next caller right here. And Joseph Boakai already killed the country. So the point was you're looking for the kind of weekly here to just use. The issue of corruption for you to not hear about again. Yeah, please go on. Let's listen to your name.
Yeah, man. Benuli Kamara Fontaine was for AB. The people is a very wicked. All the things are happening in the country today. Boakai will share our country. The people are with Boakai. You are minister, you are representative, you are United Party people, you like them. You will say that the Boakai will say our country Me, I can call him Jose Nima. I can call Jose, I can call him Nima Boakai. Nobody will put Jose only because Jose is a big prophet. They will say that we will damage our country like this. Lani, listen to that thing. School and our own station was talking because when you're finished talking, so now she can carry me and one call, no way for me to call. She can carry me while we work on the school station I can hold. Lani, listen to your fair bar. Some people reject it. They say they want it because you will not get somebody something free. The resources you can enjoy it, and the resources you enjoy it, the more your own way of give. So how will me in your country? Then they send in an import. So that I'm finishing, I can't say that offer the crapping here because of that. That money share will not go to them. It will not go to them. It will not benefit them. It will benefit the people that say nine office minister and representative. They go in their party. They are the doctors. Will not get their phone. They will just work and tired. They say, I want to work. I go say that. What is going on in our country? So what is going? We are what they say. We are doing one. We are doing, and we are 100% more than Baka. The potential all our minister. They will not be business with it, but go in here, all of them they win the election. Then they want to put in the session as someone and win the election. What kind of thing going? I'm speaking to all the librarians. So say now, the Moruba Moruti. There are your own personal thing coming tomorrow on the 17th. Care also. Say some crime on me on the street. You go there and protest. Baka enough. We kill the answer which you not lead. We must be there for money. The one I want to say, I check the day before I want to say, and the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be going to kill our water to drink. We should not want to see what they lead doing to we are. And today, that will continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that. Hello?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Please go on.
Yes. Okay, maybe the thing is simple, right? Any nation, especially the government, that does not have any idea, any clue how to generate funds, right? That nation will all be controlled and misused or used by any nation or country that know how to make money. Look, from age, right? From children to the present, our government have never one day know how to generate money for the country. The only government will get a little bit of second to, right, was the Tower government. But from history, you could tell that the Tower government was really doing well when it comes to producing in Liberia. So, as long as you already know the government is dull. You don't know nothing. And the bunch of the guys are running, the only thing about what they can have for tomorrow, which of course most of them will not enjoy, right? But if they only choose to listen and live for tomorrow and for the generation after them, believe me, the country will be better. But until then, America see Liberia as nobody. Let me be honest with you. America don't see Liberia as a country. Liberia is the only country in the world where America can say, look, they eat people today and survive. Liberia will eat people. We're not opposed to it.
You're right.
But thank you, my brother.
You're right. 100%. Oh, yes, you are 100% right, my brother. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? So let me get on to this one. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Let me get on to the female line quickly, and then we'll be able to get there. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? Okay, sorry, you are not in a better position or a good network area. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, Eddie, how the day, my brother?
I'm fine, please go on.
For security reason, I will not call my name, but the information I want to link to you.
Just share.
One time, you remember I called on the show and I told you about the outcome case. The people that did that branding, I called names to you, so I don't want you to overlook the thing I'm telling you.
Okay.
People, I called the names to you. I said that 3 persons carry on our eye.
You said born nigga? You said born nigga? Ofoidia? How do you say Ofoidia?
Yeah, we want how they call it, Kofi.
Kofi, right?
Yeah, Kofi. But I forget.
But maybe you're right, because that's the only reason why they cannot trace fingerprints on the items that they say were used. Because when they know when they go over fingerprint, that Kofi then will be there. That what they get then will be on it. So
so the people know what they're doing. The people know what they're doing. But everything they're doing about that case, they know. They know what they're doing. So thank you for picking up my call.
all right, thank you, boss, for your contribution. Quickly, hello, how you doing? No time. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, please go on quickly.
Abi, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Let's hear from you, please.
For security reasons, I will not call my name, but what I want to try is Pendica.
Okay, go on.
You know, I talk about you are talking about data of Americans trying to get America Liberia data. Liberian the America know that Liberia, you know, they are insignificant country, the fifth world country, not even the third world or the second world, but the fifth world country. You understand? So they will jab you with money and you get your ear out there. And you know, when you get your ear out there, then they will pay with you. But secondly, Liberia does not have a protester. Don't forget about December 17th. All the men that were calling old land talking about, oh, December 17th, we like the grand day that they were scary people. When you want to protest, no, you got to get gas mask. You got to get everything to yourself because you know that the security that are coming will send you. I mean, they will try to shoot or how you can call whatever study they can tear gas. You got to get prepared for gas masks. You know, to withstand those guys. The security are coming to withstand it. Because like all the men were calling say, oh, December 17th we like the weather. Those are all liars. That we don't have a protester. And you understand? The only thing we need to do, we need peace in Liberia and we need love. But our president doesn't want to carry popular law, so we still be like that. You know, but Liberia doesn't have a protester. You will not be blocking on land for nothing. They will not stress you. I don't want for somebody to stress you about protest for nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
They will not stress you for nothing.
Thank you.
Don't allow anybody to get your data.
Children, but I think give it all clear to get our data. But here they come. Let's see whether they will request for those data and see whether we'll be able to give it to them. We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. We will get to know about it. We will know exactly what the data are. How do you get about it? But thank God we are getting some insight about it. And let the government be able to make public declaration of the entire MOU so that we know what is in our MOU. What does it require of us from Liberia's end as it relates to that MOU? Then we can treat it accordingly. So, folks, we want to say thanks to all of you for the time tonight. Tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to be back here, God willing. But the Revolution song continues to play it on. December 17 is around the corner. Muster the courage, step up, and stand for your rights. Like I told you yesterday, was December 6th. CDC, you know, several other sanctions and all kinds of terrible releases and things you got from the U.S. Embassy during your regime. Today, all the NGOs that were in corruption fight, all of them have gone dead. You can't hear about them again. No statement, nothing. LACC is also dead. There's nothing. Only you can stand for yourself now. You got to fight for yourself. So thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, God willing, do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.
People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them, they shoot us anytime they hear our voice. Something on the smell of very soon now we go perceive. We have a